Opened in 2020 and immediately one of the main attractions here on the Las Vegas Strip. Welcome everyone to Allegiant Stadium. Well, a tough start for both of these teams. Still searching for their first win of the season as we get going in week 3. To return, here's Raheem Mostert. And he's walloped just as he gets across the 25. What a hit. He's down shy of the 30. All right, let's get this show on the road. It is 1st and 10. The drive begins with a run for Mostert. And the defense is all over this one for a big loss.
Well, he was supposed to be the one who chipped away a few and got a new set of downs started right in rhythm. Instead, he's now forced to pick himself from behind the line thanks to a great effort defensively.
Everyone's prepped. It's 2nd down now. Shotgun snap. They're going to throw. Throw wheeled in by Mayer. And they're on him after about a 2-yard gain. That was Sauce Gardner dropping him there.
He's just one of those guys, Kate. Even when he's not open, he's still a target thanks to that physicality and his ability to just play bully ball. They don't like forcing into coverage, but sometimes when you got a bully like him that can create space, just find a way to get him the ball.
Wonder what's in the playbook here as they come up on 3rd and 11. Back to throw. And there's a man there. It's intercepted. Picked off by Andre Sisco. And the Jets are off to a great start defensively. They force a turnover on the opening possession. So the first drive of the game ends not in points, Brock, but in an INT.
And I get it. Opening drives aren't always going to end up with points or a touchdown. Good thing, though, there's a lot of opportunities left to make up for that miscue and go get yourself back in rhythm and back on script.
Offense ready to begin this drive. 1st and 10. Out of the shotgun, Fields. Looking right, and he finds him. And he's brought down inside the 10 at the 9. A nice pickup of 11 there, Brock, and they'll have 1st and goal to figure out. Play action, Fields. He's on the move, and he will score. It's a New York touchdown. The Jets parlay the interception into points. It's a Justin Fields touchdown. You're good on the point after. And the Jets will jump out to a 7-0 lead. Now he's York to kick this one away. And that one bounces through the end zone for a touchback. First and 10 now from the 30. Taps it quick to the receiver coming across. And he is hit hard shortly after that catch. Great job hanging on to that, but only a small gain on that play. They'll come to the line here, 2nd and 9. Looking to the air here. This one falls incomplete. This one misses the tight end. So now it's going to be 3rd and long.
Can't cover it much better than that. Really well covered, Kate, on that play. There just simply was not a window for him to sneak that throw in.
So after that prior incompletion, we've got 3rd down. Now looking to throw. It's another first half mistake. He's intercepted again. Quincy Williams has it. And the Jets take over as he records his 10th career INT. Okay, Brock, now back-to-back drives where they have picked him off. That's got to be a worrying trend for these coaches who know how integral the passing game is to their game plan and their success.
Those poker players, the best of them, when they figure out a tell, they know exactly how to beat their opponent. This defense right now, they're reading this quarterback like a book.
Did not like what he was seeing, Brock, and he just hurls this one away.
You hear so many programs all around the league talk about it's all about the ball. It's all about the ball. Well, discretion, the better part of valor in a lot of cases. And right there, he understood it's all about the ball, and I'm not going to risk a turnover wisely, throwing it away.
No dice on that prior pass. Here's 2nd down. Here's Breece Hall on the ground for the first time. And he got it real close, but stopped just about a yard or so shy of that 1st down.
So much to like about that run, Kate, particularly what he was able to get out of it. The defense, I think, feels a little fortunate they were able to track him down before an even bigger run and crossing that 1st down marker.
Looking to throw on 3rd and 1. Ooh, missed that one, and he knew it. Put it behind his guy, and now it's 4th down.
There's the importance of staying in phase as a defender. He was all over him in coverage, and that really did help force the incompletion.
Offense still staying out after the incompletion. They're going to try on 4th. They'll run for it with Hall. And he only gets this one down to the 9. So the run doesn't get the yardage. It's a turnover on downs.
You know, Kate, it's almost like the defense was in the offensive huddle before the play. They dialed up the perfect blitz to encircle and cut off that run. And the reward is they get off the field.
Drive starts out with a 1st and 10. Lone back gets the handoff. And they beat him to the edge. That run stopped back at the line. No gain there that time, and it's 2nd and 10.
No gain on the play. Brings up 2nd and 10 at the 9-yard line.
Here's a throw. Got a man. It's Mayer. And that's good yardage with a new set of downs.
I'm sure Coach, play caller, doesn't mind making the job a little bit easier. You know, play calling's a lot simpler and easier when you count on the offense to move the chains on those early downs.
Play action on 1st down. No luck on the connection. It's incomplete.
They would sure love to connect on some of these intermediate throws, those chunk throws. Getting a completion like that, well, not only does it spark your offense, but it just sets you up for even more aggressive play calling.
Couldn't connect on 1st. It's 2nd down. Dropping back to throw. Oh, brother, it's another interception. And the Jets have it as he records the 1st interception of his young career. Oh, man, Brock, somebody, those other leaders on that sideline, they've got to sit him down and calm him down. 3 consecutive drives now where he's thrown an interception.
Yeah, this defense is just all over him, seeing every throw, anticipating these routes before they're even run. When he's dropping back to throw, and I know this feeling, it's horrible as a quarterback. It feels like there's 20 defenders out there on this defense.
Ball at the 33 for first down. Off play action, it's Fields. Throwing all the way to the end zone here. And it's going to be knocked away, incomplete. That throw doesn't lead to 6. So it's second down coming up.
How many times do defenders hear from their coaches, read and react, read and react? You got to read where the quarterback's eyes are going, and then more importantly, you got to react as he begins to throw and knock that ball away.
So after the incompletion, here comes the second down call.
Here we go.
Shotgun snap to Fields. Big catch made, and he got both feet in. They rip off a big chunk of field, and it sets them up with first and goal.
That's just great instincts. Go air it out on second down rather than just play conservative and run it. They hit a weak point in the coverage and don't need to worry about third down at all.
From the red zone now. Escapes the pocket. And he just gets rid of it. Knew he had a couple of plays left. Didn't want to take a risk there on first down.
Look at how well the coverage held up on that play. Even as the QB escapes the pocket and buys extra time to secondary, well, they got real sticky, stayed tight, and forced the throwaway.
So the incompletion on first. Here's second and goal. Another throw for Fields. Getting out to his left. And after some relocating there, Brock, they track him down away from the pocket. Offense up to the line fast. On third and goal, here's Fields. Rolling left, buying some time. The shot to the end zone is incomplete. Thought he had a touchdown there. And that forces them to fourth and goal. Katie York now on for the field goal. A very short kick here from the right hash. Groupie sends it through. And their special teams converts to get them something out of that possession.
In that close, in the red zone, you know they're upset. They couldn't finish the drive with the touchdown. It's only half the points, but at least there's something to show for the possession.
Mostert on the return. Finds some space. He's past the 30. Some good work on that return. Brock gets this up to the 33. They'll get this drive started. First and 10.
Here we go, here we go.
Out of the shotgun, they'll give it to him inside. And he gets up for a gain of about 4.
Well, I'll steal a line from one of my buddies, but I'm going to quote him. Mark Schlereth, two-time Super Bowl winner, says if you want to run the ball, you got to keep running the ball. And that's a perfect example of it. Don't get tired. Don't get mad at gaining 4 yards. It's a run that can set up even more in the run game.
They motion a receiver left. This one's a little touch pass forward to his man coming across. And that is a big hit right after that catch, so the play limited to maybe just a couple yards. So before they can set up for another play, we've hit the end of the first quarter. It's a 2-score game early. We'll return to Allegiant Stadium right after this. Time now for the second quarter. Raiders in possession. They'll have it 3rd and 3. Out of the gun, here's Smith. That one's incomplete. Had the connection, but some stone hands got in the way there. He can't hang on to the pass. And it's 4th and short. We'll see if they go for it. Now the Raiders readying for the punt, and they'll turn to former All-Pro A.J. Cole for the kick. And this one is away, and he got all of it and then some. And oh, just a hair too much on that kick. The punt lands in the end zone. This one's coming out to the 20. And the drive will start out with a 1st and 10. Running back sent in motion. Fields on 1st down. Oh, he put some heat on this deep ball, left side. And the defender redirects that deep shot. Nicely done, incomplete. Garrett Wilson, the intended receiver. So it'll be 2nd down. Throwing off the play fake here. He's trying to go deep again. Really pushing the envelope on 2nd down, but the deep shot doesn't work.
I think if you look up in phase in the defensive encyclopedia, that is a picture-perfect form of it. He was all over him in coverage, really forcing the incompletion.
No connection on the last play, and now it's 3rd down. Fields out of the gun. He has the first over the middle. And they'll make the stop up at the 46-yard line. That's going to pick up the 1st down after a gain of 26. New set of downs for him from the 46. First down throw for Fields. On the move, headed right. Oh, shouldn't let that one go. It's intercepted. Jacorian Bennett has it. And the Raiders will take over as he records his 1st interception of our season. Well, great team defense there, no matter where he looked, Brock. There seemed to be a defender there, including where the pass eventually went, and that was why it was intercepted.
Such a disciplined rep there from the defense. As a QB, you try to extend the play to break them down defensively. Nobody did. And as a quarterback in that case, when you don't have a lane to throw it and the field is shrinking, you've got to throw that ball in the 5th row.
And he's going to get stopped right around the 45-yard line. And that one goes for a gain of 11. And that's a Vegas 1st down.
Offensive coordinators tell us all the time, big runs only happen with coordinated efforts. Great blocking to spring up. Guys hitting blocks downfield, and a back who can show off his wheels.
Going to the ground again on 1st. And he gets absolutely popped to end that one. Call it no gain on that run, and they face 2nd and 10.
No gain on the play. 2nd and 10. At the 45.
Smith in the pistol. That's Mayer. He's got it. And they're going to haul him down a step before the 30, right at the 31. It's a 13-yard play, and that's enough for the 1st.
You want to become a quarterback's best friend? Do that. Turn a short little gain, a short little pass into some yards after catch, and that quarterback will find you again.
They've got 1st down from the 31. to the gun. They'll give it to him inside. And they'll manage to contain him after about a 6-yard pickup. It was Andre Sisco who hauled him down there. He managed 6 on the play, bringing up 2nd and 4.
That's a run that you'll take the result in the NFL every time. A nice play, a solid game, but it's also a run that you know, and you may come back to, because if you were that close to breaking off an explosive one, you really break the backs of the defense.
After a good pickup, they've got 2nd and 4. They motion Tucker over left. It's Mostert on 2nd down. And they bring him down at the 18-yard line. That one gains 7. And that's good for Raiders first.
That does not show up on any explosive stat sheet, but let me tell you, Kate, that's the real deal right there. You run for that kind of yardage consistently in the NFL, you do set yourself up for success.
On 1st down, they'll run. And he'll knife his way through for a pickup of 4. So it's the 2-minute warning here from Allegiant. The Raiders in need of some points before the break. Second and 6 coming up here. They'll try it right with Mostert. And he'll pick up a little down to the 12-yard line. They manage a single yard that time. They're going to have to solve 3rd down and 4.
Hey, we know running the ball in the NFL is hard, and that play pretty indicative of it. Here's the key, though. At the end of the game, those type of plays got to be in the minority, and the majority have got to do some damage.
Chance to move the chains here on 3rd and 4. A little touch pass here, trying to move the chains. And he cannot shake the tackler along the line of scrimmage. Couldn't manage even a yard on that run, so now it's 4th down.
Well, you call that play to surprise the defense, try to get to the goal line. But a quick adjustment by the defense, well, it kept him in position to make the stop and ruin that play.
So now on 4th down, the Raiders elected to send Daniel Carlson out for the field goal. A pretty automatic look for him from the left. And it is good. No problems there on the shorter attempt. And that'll bring it back to within a score. The lead 7.
That's the type of long, sustained drive that takes some of the starch out of your opponent. The only negative is that the kicking team was out there for a field goal and not an extra point. But they do come away with 3.
And he's going to make this to the 28 before going down. They're out and set, 1st and 10. Looking to throw here and shake off that previous INT. He's on the move. And he wisely avoids contact, sliding down there, and that played good enough for a 1st. Now we're going to get an offensive timeout. That's their 1st. They'll have 2 left to work with before halftime. A jolt to start that drive. They're up near the 45-yard line. On 1st and 10, it's Fields. Throwing deep over the middle. And oh, someone stepped in. It's intercepted. Jeremy Chin has got it. And the Raiders make the defensive stand and come through with a turnover in the final moments of the half.
Obviously not the cleanest game without 2 interceptions, but here's the key. This is where mental toughness for a quarterback becomes so critical. And frankly, why some of the best QBs playing today have baseball in their background, because you flush your mistakes. Okay, you strike out, you throw an interception, but you got to go get it in that next series. Got to put these interceptions behind and press forward ahead.
The pass ball is incomplete, but was there a reason for it? We see a flag out there. Offense tagged for the penalty there as they walk off the distance. So things getting a bit tougher following that penalty. We got 2nd and 15. Chased out to his right. Escapes a defender. And he's going to be brought down up at the 28-yard line. So we finished 2 quarters. A couple more to come after this short break. More of the NFL on EA Sports after this. Well, that first half, certainly an interesting one. Kate, Scott, Brock Eward with you as we get back and see what the second half has in store for us. The Raiders kicking team is out there, and they'll boot this away. Return coming from the 6. And this return gets to the 30 before he stopped. Oh, hang on there. Hang on a moment. Looks like we've got an injured player on the kick return. They're going to check on him now. First and 10 now from the 30. Interception last drive doesn't deter them. They're going right back to the air. No, they get him yet again. Kaiser White has it. And he's going to go. It's a big 6. Daniel Carlson on for the PAT. Extra point sent right down the middle. And the Raiders tie things 10-10. Well, Brock, hopefully some short memories on offense as they get it right back here on the kickoff after that pick 6. And the kickoff is into and then out of the end zone. Touchback. This drive starting from the 30. Offense ready to begin this drive. First and 10. Now they'll throw out of the gun. Flush out now to his left. Throw came out right as the defense got to him. That's an incomplete pass. This one intended for the running back. And it's going to be second down. Back to throw. Here's Fields. Forced out to his right. Now he takes it, and he's out of bounds beyond the 35-yard line.
Well, you don't get the first down, but I'll tell you this, Kate, that drives the defense and the defensive coordinator nuts. They do everything right. They win, and yet still QB makes something out of nothing.
Fields now on third. Nothing there left side as it ends up incomplete. First time this game they've looked to him. And that'll bring up 4th and 3. Here comes the punting unit for the Jets. And we'll see how his debut offering goes. He punted a couple of times last week in their loss and now gets this one away. Fair catch made here at the 30. We don't get a return out of that punt. And it'll be Raider football. First and 10 now from the 30. Handoff now from the gun. Runs into traffic and hits a wall. No gain. Will McDonald there on the tackle. No progress on first down, and that'll bring up 2nd and 10.
At the 30-yard line.
From the gun, Smith. Throw reeled in by Mayer. And he is hit hard shortly after that catch. Great job hanging on to that, but only a small gain on that play.
Quarterbacks will look for their tight end short in just about any situation. They take away the deeper options. Well, there's their consistent source of positive yardage, the trusty tight end.
Drive in dire straits. It's 3rd and 9. Shotgun snap to Smith. Complete beyond the marker. And they'll take him down at the 43-yard line. Pickup of 12 on that play. And that's a Vegas first down.
I may love watching a great thrower, but I love watching a well-done route too, Kate. Make that guy think you're trying to stack him only to drop your hips and cut right inside. Some good work to help reset those chains.
Who swarms in the middle. This gets maybe a yard. Quincy Williams making the tackle. They'll come to the line here, 2nd and 9. Throwing with a blitz on the way. Finds a man right side. Gets it to the 15. And he's into the end zone. Touchdown. The Raiders take a 3rd quarter lead. Carlson now to add one more. The point after splits the uprights. And the Raiders break that tie and now lead by 7. The Raiders kicking team is out there and they'll boot this away. Fielded at the 7. He's got a lane up past the 30. They'll bring him down on the return as he gets this to the 33.
At their own 33-yard line.
Drive starts out with a 1st and 10. They'll start this one out with Hall. And he's brought down after a nice gain and a first down.
Now, don't think for a second they're going to slow down the tempo. Defense on their heels. And right now is the best chance to go push that envelope and get aggressive.
From the 44-yard line now, 1st and 10. They go right back to Hall. And he's brought down for a loss.
This is one of those plays that I wish we had the huddle mic'd up, Kate, because I can assure you that offensive line in their own way is telling that running back, sorry, we did not give you any chance.
Offense to the line for 2nd down. Here's Hall once more. And his drive forward halted after a couple of yards. Jacorian Bennett there for the tackle. It's going to be a pickup of about 2. That leaves him with 3rd and 9.
Okay, that's a run that's ho-hum on the stat sheet, but if you see a bigger play on the ground later on, it'll largely be because of a play just like that one, softening up the front and opening the door for a bigger gap in the future.
Fields on 3rd. It is caught left side. And they make the tackle at the 38. It's a gain of 17 on that one. And it'll give the Jets a first down.
From a great throw to a nice route and catch to moving the chains, there wasn't a whole lot not to like about that amazing play.
New set of downs for him at the 38. Out of the shotgun, Fields. Buys time, rolling right. He's keeping it.
Well, the QB made something happen and got some yardage when the play didn't develop right, and even got himself out of bounds to avoid a hit. The only negative at all is he couldn't quite get the first down.
2nd down now, 7 to go. Here's Fields to throw. Wilson's got it. Gets it ahead, has about 5 yards. Jacorian Bennett there for the tackle. We'll see what they come up with for third down in just a bit. We've reached the end of 3. The Jets have it, but some work to do in the final frame. They're trailing. Short yardage situation here. It's 3rd and 2. They'll try to run for it with Hall. And he takes a shot near the marker, but it looks like he still has enough for that first down.
Okay, you know me, I can't resist. I thought we might have needed the old Gene Steratore index card down there, making a really close measurement to see if he got the first down or not. But in the end, well, the right call was made. He got just enough to move the chains.
Johnson gets it on 1st and 10. And he carries it for a big gain that gets him down into the red zone. Give him 9 yards. He almost moved the chains there. It's going to be 2nd and 1. Here's Johnson again. And they crush him right near the marker. Looks close, but yep, Brock, I think he safely got that first down before the hit.
Hey, Kate, you want to see a picture in the football dictionary of staying on schedule? That was it.
To the line we go. They're set, 1st and 10. Oh, he taps it quick to the receiver coming across here. What a hit. He gets flattened to the ground. Good rip on 1st down. That brings up 2nd and 2.
Well, that doesn't net a first down. You get yards like that in the run game, you will take it in the NFL.
After a good pickup, they're set up with 2nd and short. And this one's stopped at the 3-yard line. They find 7 yards, and now they've got 1st and goal.
You know, Kate, these are not the plays that are like bold in the stat sheet when you look back on it. But these are the kind of gains by the running back that keep the offense on schedule and move the chains.
Oh, surprise gift to the receiver near the goal line. And he gets in. Touchdown. The Jets now trailed by just a point in the 4th. On for the PAT, and a make would tie us up late. The kick is good, so this game now hinging on every possession as we're tied up in the 4th. On now is York to kick this one away. Mostert on the return. And he pushes them up to the 30-yard line before going out of bounds.
Hey, maybe in the end this return just gets lost in the shuffle when we recap things, Kate. But you surrender a lead in the 4th quarter and you feel that momentum being lost. That's exactly what excellent special teams do. They turn it around. It's why that 3rd phase is coached and coached and coached, because you never know when your opportunity may arise. What a great return to begin this drive.
And that tackle stops him after a solid gain. Give him around 6. That's going to make it 2nd and 4.
That run's not going to turn many heads, but at the end of the year, I promise you, if you average over 5 yards a run, you're going to be a Pro Bowler.
2nd and 4. Got a man. It's Mayer. And he'll pick up enough to move the chains.
You know, it sure seems like he knew exactly where he was going with that before the snap. That's a pre-snap decision that led to a post-snap first down.
From the 44-yard line now, 1st and 10. Here's the lone back on the handoff. And into a sea of bodies he goes. Looks like they'll get about 3 out of it.
You know, not a ton of yards, but still showing that commitment to the ground game. The type of run that keeps the defense from loading up in coverage and focusing entirely on that passing game.
We're down to the 2-minute warning here in Vegas. Raiders with a little more work to do to win it here. Second down now, 7 to go. From the 47. That one is incomplete. Couldn't hang on through the contact. It arrived as the ball did to break things up. So it'll be third down. Here he is to throw. Just got it away before the hit, but it doesn't matter. It's incomplete. Fourth down coming up.
Well, he needed another second to deliver the throw he wanted to. You got to give a lot of credit that time, Kate, to the pass rush for getting in and forcing him to dish it before he was ready.
Third down pass didn't work, but the offense staying out there on fourth. Looking to throw it. He finds him beyond the marker. And they finally bring him down, but that is a big gain and a new set of downs. The Jets take their first time out. And they are quite frustrated having to call that after giving up the first. Now they'll hit the line just outside the red zone following that big play. They'll run here on first down. And he'll come up with a gain of 3 on the run up the middle. Timeout taken by New York. That's its second. As they'll meet and decide what to do on this second down.
You know, they got some positive yards. That's a good thing. But too many plays like that, it just is too hard to pile together, get first downs against the better defenses in this league.
Setting up to pass. Cut near the goal line. And he gets it to the 1, but goes out just before the goal line. They'll have first and goal to go now after they gain 18 on the previous play. He tries to sneak it. And he could only get a lone yard. Took a couple of guys to haul him down near the line. Timeout called by the Jets. That's their final one. As they'll meet and decide what to do on this second down.
A tie in baseball, Kate? Well, we know it goes to the runner. A tie at the line of scrimmage on a sneak? Well, in this case, it goes to the defense.
They're lining up on the doorstep. Second and goal from inside the 1. They give it to him up the middle. And the defense gets there to force a small loss.
Kate, it's amazing how fast these guys are on the field and how fast your fortunes can turn. Second and short run, you're feeling good about yourself. But with a negative play, well, now comes a critical third down.
Buckle up. It's third and goal. They'll keep it on the ground. And they're going to do it, Brock. They break the tie in the final minute. It's a touchdown. So how about the determination there? This game has been as hard fought as you will see. But they grab hold of the lead here with a late touchdown that may just win them the ball game.
You could almost feel them saying, Kate, we don't want overtime. Let's go out and get it done now. They accomplished their goal. But you do have to ask the question, do they leave too much time on the clock? Stay tuned.
Here's a return from the 7. Finds some space. He's past the 30. And it's a nice return here. They'll tackle him shy of the 35.
Trailing by 1 score late here, Kate. Maybe this is the return. Maybe this is what helps them get right back into it. Good field position now to start their most important series yet of this game.
He'll look to throw it. Wow, wide open here, complete. And he goes out a little short of the 40. That's going to pick up the first down after a gain of 26. One play in, and this drive is already into enemy territory. Back to throw. On target to his man Higgins. And he's tackled after gaining a handful.
Well, the odds aren't great when you throw into double coverage. Normally you see one of the defenders make a play on the ball. 2 men nearby, and that's a missed opportunity for the coverage to make an impact play.
Here he is to throw. Need this to force overtime. And the hit separates the football, and that is what ends this game. What a play! So put this in the win column for the Raiders.